Hey guys, welcome back to Coach L. Today I need to do something very, very special. I've tried to do it before. I did a recording, it was in December. And basically, what this recording is about is I need to give a big, big thank you to a certain person that has stood by me for years in the midst of a very crazy war. Now, the last time I tried to do this recording, I finished the recording. I think it was beautiful. I pick up my phone, and guys, you would think that I threw my phone on the floor on purpose and smashed it. But I didn't. But let me just leave it at that. That my phone got smashed. Okay, my phone got. I couldn't even turn my phone on. So let's see if it goes better this time. Okay, if my phone smashes again, yeah, then I know for a fact I've really pissed off the enemy. But Apostle Mabaso, Apostle Mabaso, I know all of you know that I look up to my pastor, my adopted African father, my mentor. Oh, am I so lucky as to call that man my mentor? I hope he doesn't mind, but I do, because I've learned so much from him and continue to learn so much from him. The reason that I'm doing this, I wanted to give my testimony and do this in church, but I was worried that it was going to be too long and that people were going to be tired. So I thought, let me record this. 6 years ago, I went to Prayer City. Prayer City was actually very different than what it is like now. We had overflow then. It was a completely different building. But Apostle called me up, and I was the second person called up, and he prophesied to me. And he told me a lot of stuff because, he told me about my children. He told me when they were born, and, he did what Apostle does, precision prophecy. But he told me that my family was under attack, which it was. And he told me, he says he has 3 words for me, that I need to stay with God. Now, guys, the reason that I'm still sitting here today, 6 years later, is because I stayed with God. Like when he tells people now that their family's under attack, I promise you, I want to run. When I think about the stuff that I went through, I'm like, oh Lord, please don't let this person be going through the stuff like that I went through. But just to give you a very brief summary, okay? Me and my husband, we separated. That was all in the media. And in the midst of all of that, I was investigated by almost every government department in South Africa. Now, Apostle picked up on all of this. I remember I received a prophecy, but at that point in time, I was not allowed to stand up during the prophecy because it was such a sensitive issue. But he picked up on everything. He saw everything that was, that things that were being plotted against me. But he did tell me that they would not succeed. He even mentioned what that person was trying to do as far as the children and assets and everything, which I only actually found out about maybe about 9 months ago, that things were being planned to take everything out from under me. I had supposedly been served with divorce papers that I never signed for. And this was the second set of divorce papers, not the original divorce papers, where it said that I was going to go back to America and that everything here was going to be taken from me, including the children. Guys, I have the paperwork. It's right here. So anyhow, he saw all of that, and he told me though that, the enemy would not succeed. So I was investigated by Health Professional Council, by the police. I was supposedly running an illegal practice. I was investigated by police for 1.5 years. I was investigated by Department of Home Affairs, turned in supposedly for being here illegally. They came in their armored car to interview me, and I gave them all my documents. And then after I gave them all my documents, I handed them a magazine where I was on the cover of the magazine, and I said, "Do you see how I am hiding my illegal self?" And then I had the media person there, and they said, "Can you please turn the recorder off?" And then they're like, "How?" There was African people, and they were like, "How?" And I think that they were shocked. And then they just said, "Can you please hold this person accountable because they've been harassing me to harass you?" Um, so yeah, and then there was the Department of Social Services. Then I was turned in supposedly for neglecting my child because she had folliculitis, which is something that anybody can get. And I had even taken her to get, gosh, it was a nightmare, guys. So anyhow, I was very much attacked by government in a foreign country. But look, they were people prompting them to, do that. Anyhow, I went through years of being investigated by government departments. Now you're probably thinking, okay, Leslie, well, you're American. Why didn't you go home? Well, the dad has to sign for the children to be able to go to America with me. And that wasn't going to happen. So the only way that I could leave was to leave my children. Now, do you think I'm going to do that? Nope. I said, "You will have to kill me first." So I was trapped here in a foreign country in the midst of people plotting against me. Okay? I mean, guys, this, here, do you see this? This right here, this is one case. I've got the paperwork of everything. But see, this is what happens when you're a child of God. First of all, I was shown everything that they were going to do, almost everything, before it actually happened. Yeah, I mean, the health professional case, I got all the emails where people were corresponding to try to set me up. I've got them. And that was before the police had even come to start investigating me. So I knew it before it happened. Then the spiritual things. Now, my American people, you guys may not understand this, but I know my African people will. Let me just put it like this. Spiritual warfare of note. Witchcraft. Witchcraft is all over the world, but Africa. Oh, Africa. Like I said in my last video, Africa is not for sissies. Africa is not for sissies. If you do not grow up in Africa and you come here, guys, you better be with God. You better be with God. Anyhow, that's another video. Anyhow, I had bats in my bedroom, 3 of them. I have videos of it, I have pictures of it, everything. Witnesses. I put anointing oil on one of the bats, and we flushed it down the toilet. I had a snake on my patio, and owls at 3 a.m. like clockwork every morning. I still sometimes wake up at 3 a.m. and pray. I had glass popping in my house. I would go to pick up glasses. They would break in my hand. I had spirits writing on my walls saying, "I hate you." I didn't even know about spiritual wives or husbands, guys. Yeah, that's another story. Another story. Anyhow, this white American girl, lady, came from America for love. And it was bliss. It was like a dream for about 10 years. And then something happened. Okay, something happened, guys. There was a war that was triggered, and I experienced things that I never ever imagined in my life. I know for a fact that my life was very much in danger. I mean, I was told 3 days before people were coming to my house, and because of that, they weren't able to get into the house, but they did leave, the alarm went off and they left evidence that they were here. But that supposed break-in was not supposed to go well for me, okay? But I was shown that those people were coming 3 days before they came. So, guys, do not ever underestimate the power of God. A lot of people think that they're stronger, that evil is stronger than God. Me, I am living proof that God is more powerful than the enemy. And that if you stay with God, and if you have powerful people of God beside you, praying with you, helping you, that you can get through the war. Okay? Now, Apostle Mabaso was the one that stood by me, prayed for me, bless his soul. I always say, the man doesn't take money, okay, unless, it's donations for the church. But I say I should personally pay a salary for him because of the amount of time that man prayed for me and prophesied to me and laid hands on me and encouraged me. It's unbelievable. I mean, there was a time in the beginning I was prophesied every single Sunday for like a year because I was in such a depression that he knew I lived from prophecy to prophecy. I'm also living proof, guys, that there are some people that truly have the gift and it's real, and that prophecy can truly save people's lives through the power of God. So today, Apostle Mabaso and Spirit of Christ Ministries, I'm here to say thank you. Thank you for praying for me. Thank you for being beside me. Thank you for believing in me when a lot of people also probably thought I was nuts. It was hectic, but you guys were great, and I thank God every day that He sent me to the place where I needed to be to equip me to fight a war that was that deep. The one thing that I can tell you for sure is I am definitely not the same person. I am a crazy woman warrior of God now. And I help others to fight wars because I now know how important it is for people to pray for others. My life depended on it. So, Apostle Mabaso, I think you know that I'm so thankful for you. But I'm here to tell you today, actually, a year ago today, Apostle, you called me up and told me to prophesy over the valley of the dry bones. Thank you for also seeing the gift in me. But Apostle, thank you. There are no words that can ever express how thankful I am. There are just some things in life that are priceless. And what you give to people, it is priceless. And it literally saves people's lives. So stay with God always, Apostle, which I know you will. You're such a man of God. Continue to do the work of God. And I'm going to continue also to try to do my part because I now know just how important and how life-changing this work can be. Okay. Until next time, guys, take care of yourself and take care of others.